Before we dive in, just a reminder, this is just a theory and speculation. I'm exploring ideas about Life is Strange double exposure, so take it all with a grain of salt and let's have some fun with these theories. Before we start, nearly 100% of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed, so make sure to subscribe after watching this video. Thanks. Now, this theory I'm about to discuss was actually found by a person on Reddit with the username Mazis_did_that. They discuss an interview with the Deck 9 developers where it's mentioned that neither ending of the first game is established as canon. They point out some intriguing details from the reveal trailer of Life is Strange Double Exposure, particularly focusing on Max holding two different photos. One of these photos could potentially give us a clue about Chloe's current status. I'll link to the full theory in the description below. Now, I'm going to dive deeper into this person's theory and combine it with my own thoughts on what these photos might mean for Max and Chloe's story. Do you want to know what really happened with Chloe in Life is Strange Double Exposure? Let's dive into the trailer and uncover the significance of the pictures we see. Why did the developers show different photos of Chloe, and what does this all mean? The trailer uses different images of Chloe to play with our expectations and keep us guessing. First, we see a Polaroid of Chloe with her iconic blue hair. This instantly makes us think of the original game and its endings, where Chloe's fate was up to us. But then there's another photo that Max grabs that's a lot bigger and not the size of the Polaroid. When she turns around, it's hard to tell because she has it slanted, but if you zoom in, you can kind of make out it might be the photo from Life is Strange 2 of Max and Chloe. This suggests that Chloe is alive and has moved on in her life, pointing to a time after the event of the original game. The developers might be trying to mislead us by switching between these photos that keep us wondering about Chloe's fate and what's really going on. Are they hiding something important? Let's break it down. After the events in Arcadia Bay, Max and Chloe end up in some far secluded area. They lived together for a while, which helped them heal from all the trauma they went through, but eventually they decided to go their separate ways. Max wanted to go further into her photography career, so she went to college. Chloe, on the other hand, needed to stay in a familiar place to deal with her trauma and find some stability. Even though they went their separate ways, it was a temporary separation and they still stayed in touch through texts and occasional calls. Chloe's past is filled with pain, losing Rachel, the destruction of Arcadia Bay, and the death of her mom. All of this left her with deep emotional scars. Staying in a familiar place made sense for her healing process. Meanwhile, Max needed to develop her identity and follow her dreams. Despite being apart, they stayed connected through texts and occasional calls, maintaining their bond. The photos in the trailer might be hinting at the different paths their lives have taken. If you see the photo of Chloe with the green hair, it suggests that she's alive and has grown since the original game. The green-haired Chloe represents a new chapter, a continuation of her story. The blue-haired Chloe in the Polaroid, on the other hand, ties back to the original game's emotional decisions, where the player sacrificed Chloe or saved her. Developers might have hidden the green-haired Chloe image to keep the narrative surprises for those who saved her in the original game. This keeps the suspense and adds depth to the storyline and double exposure. By showing the Polaroid of Chloe with blue hair, they keep us in suspense about her fate. If they showed Chloe with green hair, it would have clearly indicated that she survived and moved on, answering fans' questions too soon. This way, the blue-haired Chloe Polaroid keeps the mystery alive, making us wonder if she's alive or not, as blue-haired Chloe is how we last remember her. Considering their temporary separation, there's always the possibility that once Chloe and Max finish their healing process, they might come back together for a future Life is Strange game. Imagine the two of them reunited facing new adventures. I would be so excited. In the end, the trailer's use of different photos creates a sense of continuity and opens up new possibilities for the characters' futures. It keeps us eager to discover the full story and see how Max and Chloe's journeys unfold. So, what do you think? Are the developers trying to mislead us, or are they just trying to keep the best surprises for when the game comes out? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe.